Welcome to It's Culture, episode 6, season 2. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you can hit the bell so you can get the notifications, if you can hit that thumbs up button and then hit that subscribe button, hit that share button, help me out, help me grow the channel, help me continue to bring you great content as I upgrade and stuff like that. So I appreciate you all helping me out just by doing those simple things. All right. So what we're going to talk about today. So the attack on affirmative action continues. And once again, we have another university who has decided that Black students are the problem when it comes to their universities. So let's talk about it. So I'm going to share my screen so you all can see what, what we're discussing today. Pardon me. So, what is this? Well, this is Duke University has ended its full ride scholarship program for select Black students in the wake of affirmative action ruling. So, Duke is discontinuing its Reginaldo Howard Memorial Scholarship Program, a program for top applicants of African descent in the wake of last year's Supreme Court decision that ended race based affirmative action in college admissions. The announcement comes amidst a nascent national trend with a number of public universities ending their own race-based scholarship programs in response to the Supreme Court's ruling. So, what is that? So last year, Supreme Court had a case involving Harvard and the University of North Carolina. All right, where a group of Asians were convinced by this guy, this I want to call him what I really want to call him, but I'm not gonna say that. I would just say he is a white guy who is very, very vested in um um having anything dealing with race policies when it deals with black folks in general, anything that deals with us, he is hell bent on getting it destroyed. Um his name is Ed Buck. All right. Um so um but his people, they are hell bent on doing all this stuff, and they just keep on um allowing these people to fight these lawsuits. And this is another one that comes down the pike. This is another one where they're jumping out the window trying to stop things. This scholarship, right? So the criteria was you had to be black or African American. Now you say, okay, Mark, what's the difference? There is a difference, okay? The term African American um, really is a term that applies to the descendants of slaves, right? It's supposed to be. Black is what you look at as if we're looking at a race, saying, okay, someone who is not who comes from Nigeria that happens to be African could be considered black, but they also would be considered Nigerian, not necessarily African American. Now, there's some people around here that use the words black and African American synonymously. They mean the same. Some people look at it differently. Some people feel that we should have our own type of disaggregation where they break down that category. If it's going to be black, then you got to be black in something else, right? Um, so but a group of Asian students decided they were going to sue Harvard and University of North Carolina, saying that the criteria they used was passing over highly qualified Asian students for less performing Black students, even though the admission rate at Harvard has been the same for pretty much you know, a couple of decades. But like I said, you find these guys who you find these people who would go out here and they would just get lawsuits filed, um, and they'll get people to do it. The same thing happened in Atlanta. There was a nonprofit that is being sued for providing as an incubator program for Black women. They're being sued now. saying that you can't have a program specifically help Black women entrepreneurs access capital. Say it's discriminatory. And it's like, okay, there were laws put in place. Jim Crow was put in place, right, to stop Black folks from being able to buy houses, apply for loans, go to college, use the same restrooms, use the same water fountains, sit at the back of the bus of public transportation, give up your seat on public transportation, uh, not shop, uh, eat at the back of the restaurant, enter the restaurant from behind, use different bathrooms. What else? You know what I'm saying? These are the things that was going on, right? These things happen, and then the Civil Rights happened. The Civil Rights Act happened and said, okay, discrimination based on race, ethnicity, gender, national origin, all those things are you can't do those things, and which was a good thing. The problem is now you got some smarties who have taken the Civil Rights Act and are weaponizing it against the same people that the Civil Rights Act was written to protect us. And this Duke in this scholarship is one of those things, because there are many different scholarships out for, if you were from this city, or you came from this area, or you from this country. All those things are fine, right? All those things are fine. You can Duke still got their scholarships for international students. They got their scholarships for this group of people and all these other merit-based scholarships, right? But the merit-based scholarship for Black students is the one that they want to target and gut. And what they want to replace it with, if we go back to the article, we go back to this article again. What they want to replace it with is right here. In place of the scholarship, right here, in place of the scholarship, this is what they're going to do. Okay, I'm gonna get my clicker to highlight it right so y'all can see this. In place of the scholarship, let's blow this up so y'all can see this. I want y'all to read this. All right. So it says, in place of the scholarship program, the Office of University Scholars and Fellows is partnering with the Mary Lou Williams Center for Black Culture to establish the Reginaldo Howard Leadership Program. The new program will be open to all undergraduate students, regardless of race, and will not include a competitive selection process. What is this? What is this? So we're gonna still honor the first, because if like I said, Reginaldo Howard was the first Black student government president at Duke University, and he died back in 1976 in a accident, motor vehicle accident. So Reggie Scholars was was a program design, and this was what Duke did in the honor of the first Black student government president. They award this scholarship. It's a full ride scholarship that goes to an exceptional Black student that comes from a needy background that can go to Duke University. What's wrong with that? But the problem is, you know what the problem is? The problem is because it's a Black student. So if education is supposed to be the greatest equalizer, you got a student that's coming from a background where they may not have the financial means, but they are an honest student. They get accepted into Duke University, but they can't pay for it because Duke is like $100,000 a year. And I don't care how many student loans you take out, you can't take out $400,000 of student loan debt. That's just. I mean, you could. I mean, but why would you? $400,000 in debt? Because the Pell Grant only gives what, 5,000 a year, 6,000 a year, something like that. So out of $100,000 tuition for the year, you getting $6,000 from the federal government. So you got to come up with the other $94,000 to go to Duke per year. So you go $350,000 in student loans. So this scholarship was designed to take away that student loan, and it provided full room and board, um, fees, everything. It was a full ride scholarship. And it was a philanthropy. It was philanthropy. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it was just, and the thing about it was, okay, so for this scholarship, 15 the only 15 to 20 students were selected as scholarship finalists per year. Only 15 to 20 scholarship finalists. These are finalists. These ain't people who got selected now. Only 15 to 20. 15 to 20 get selected and get become finalists, and only one student gets the scholarship. This is how selective this thing is. You know what I'm saying? One student. You mean to tell me that y'all gonna make a fuss about Duke allowing one black student to go to school for free? Just one. Not 10,000. Just one black student academically. But y'all have zero problem with black football players coming there on these scholarships, black basketball players coming there on these scholarships, and whatever else sports you all go to the projects and every other uh uh area across the country to find a 5-star talent. They come to your school. Because not everybody that's going to Duke is coming from a country club and a prep school. Let's be real. A lot of these athletes are coming from other places. They may played at a prep school, but that's not their lifestyle. They got bused to this prep school because they were talented. And you all are taking that same talent to Duke University as an athlete. But lo and behold, if I just wanted to go to Duke University as an academic, I got to fork out $300,000. But if I could shoot a good jump shot, I could dunk, I could hit somebody, I could catch a football, I could run a football, I could throw a football. I can go to Duke University all day long. But if I'm coming there solely based on my merit, oh, your parents got to pay. Because we can't afford to give one black student a merit-based scholarship because of the Supreme Court's ruling on affirmative action. Now, I don't understand how admission criteria and a scholarship even come into this, but hey, this is what these schools are doing. This is what these schools are doing. So much so, right? And we see this influx of HBCUs are starting to see this influx of students that go into them. Why does all these black students, their enrollment is up so high? Because they're seeing this crap here, right? They're seeing this junk. Like, why would you want to be affiliated with a university that basically tells students, hey, we don't want you. We don't want you here unless you can afford to pay for it, or you can play basketball or football. Other than that, we don't want you to come here because, this makes 0 sense. 0 cents. One person is getting this merit scholarship per year. One student. It makes 0 sense to me. So parents, we have to be very, very vigilant when we come to these scholarships and these PWIs, because they will use our kids for talent. They say that they diverse. I guarantee you they report their diversity numbers. Oh yes, we got an increase in da 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 da. I guarantee they reporting those numbers. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna report those numbers because they want to show. But what they're showing you is they don't want you there. So we need to figure out what we're gonna do, because a lot of jobs not requiring 4-year degrees anyway. So why are we going to send our kids to school for 4 years to go into debt for for a job, right? This is setting kids up for a failure right here. So, but I just wanted to bring you all that. We'll keep monitoring these cases as they come along. But the Duke University is the last one in this death to DE and I thing that they got going on, and Duke University is the latest university to succumb to that. So they basically are destroying the Civil Rights Act. Well, they're using the Civil Rights Act to destroy every single thing else in this country. They, they are on their way to making us silent and getting rid of us. And this is piece by piece, brick by brick. The fight for social justice, they're trying to shut it up. They're trying to shut it down. They are creating Jim Crow 2.0 right in front of us, and they're using the law to do it. So stay up on the culture, pay attention to your politics, and like I said, tune into my show, and I'll keep you abreast of some things that's going on throughout the country. Until then, peace out. Much love to you all. Y'all have a great evening.